that can help someone on their playoff hopes. Getting ready to kick off the end of the regular season from Daytona.
Great push from Joe Logano to get Kevin Harvick out to the lead. That outside line starting to organize those. Logano jumps trying to get up there to block it, but can't. A little bit too late there. Big run. Keselowski, Truex down the back straightaway and going into the lead.
Now Joe Logano in that 22 car. Now he is to the rear bumper. Kevin Harvick going to push that bottom line. It's going to move Kevin Harvick with forward momentum off of turn 4. Truex to the bottom to block.
Manufacturers will work together, but when an opportunity presents itself, these drivers are going to take it. Things happen in a split second. So it can moving. The double yellow line is out of bounds. They can't go below that and make a pass.
3 wide here with Blaney.
That's going to slow that lane down. It's going to be hard to help from behind right now.
Reddick went up to side draft, trying to side draft Logano for the win of stage 1. Logano on that high line holds him off. He'll win stage 1 at Daytona.
Man. That was like a race to the checkered flag right there.
Joey Logano out front. He won stage 1, looking to win stage 2. Boyer, Martin Truex Jr. fighting behind him for position. Coming through the triangle again. Logano does it again. He'll win stage 2.
And they all know that. They hear that clock ticking.
Tyler Reddick on the outside in the third groove.
Reddick's going to make something happen.
Busch brothers side by side for the lead. Mayhem behind them.
Drivers have to win to make it. Guys like Tyler Reddick, Eric Jones, that outside line, they're doing anything they can to get up here and fight for the win at Daytona.
Kurt Busch battling with his brother.
3 wide behind Kyle Busch.
Tyler Reddick has to win. He's put himself in position. So does Eric Jones. Great run here.
Yep, huge run right here.
What does Eric Jones do? He helps his teammate.
Tyler Reddick out front. Now Tyler's going to try to block.
He's in the fence.
Up into the wall he goes. The 18 also in the wall. Eric Jones gets caught up in it as well. The big one does happen. The 47, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., McDowell. Austin Dillon caught up in this. That's Ryan Newman in the 6. Kurt Busch in the 1.
A little damage to the 19 down there. He's carrying a bumper cover down pit road. Kurt Busch trying to get in the pit lane.
You could feel it coming. You knew it was coming. Just
37 also, Ryan Preece. A lot of damage.
Ryan Newman.
Yeah, window net down, and he's going to climb out under his own power this time at Daytona. I'm sure not happy about the way this one ends.
No, but I know it's not how we wanted it to end, but just to be back at the track.
Get the run from the 20 car. Reddick's going to the inside. I didn't think he was going to get clear when Jones went to help, but he did. He goes up to block into that outside line. Some contact there with the 18, both of them in the fence.
Then behind him, the 24, the 48, the 21. I think all those 3 got by with no damage. The 24, we got to get another look at him and make sure he didn't get some damage on his right side. But you said it, Junior. Right here, Tyler Reddick, clear. Way too aggressive of a block. No way Kyle Busch could really do anything there. And then everything behind it just is complete chaos.
A huge hit by that 37.
Yeah,
gets
Ryan
turned
Preece.
back up the racetrack.
That's where he has to pit. He's still in second. Oh, look at this. Oh. That is why I'm up here tonight. It's just those impacts.
I was trying to see what happened to the 1 in this accident right here.
This is Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
Oh, wow. Oh. You're sitting there at one point thinking, I might have missed this. And then, no.
Clint Boyer on the bottom of the 14. Now contact made. Kenseth came down. The 14 up. The 9 out of shape. Here comes the 22. Logano's going to take the lead away from Denny Hamlin. 2 laps to go.
Bubba Wallace on the outside.
Big run. Contact made again. Bubba Wallace sideways. Can he save it?
William Byron. They're ready.
Now the 22 goes around.
Hold the brake, hold the brake, hold the brake.
The 20's going to come out now. Big wreck behind him. Bubba Wallace got through. Tyler Reddick hard hit. Jimmy Johnson caught up into the 48.
Yeah, big damage on Jimmy's car.
Could this be it for the 7-time champion? Not making the playoffs in his final year. It's going to go to overtime. But can the 48 even turn a lap?
We have a red flag here down in turn 1. Wow.
And you have to make minimum speed. But if it's for 2 laps, Steve.
Yeah, they just need to get the car to make laps. Minimum speed won't be a concern, but the concern is right here. The 24 is in basically one piece moving around to see if he has any flat tires. I don't know how many wrecks it was until they finally wrecked. The action was unbelievable. 2, 3, and 4 wide. Finally, it just felt like it was coming, and it did. Nowhere for Jimmy Johnson to go. Heavy damage. We saw the 24.
I had mentioned the fact that there are 2 drivers right now that are tied for 9th. Well, how about Jimmy Johnson? 83 career wins. He's top 5. And then, of course, only 3 drivers have ever won 7 championships. Richard Petty, Dale Earnhardt, Jimmy Johnson. And this is his final season full-time in NASCAR, and not the way he wanted to end the regular season and head on into the playoffs.
Watch William Byron. So there's big contact right there with Bubba Wallace. Then William Byron through the middle. Even more contact with William Byron. I think that's where maybe the 22 car lost the right rear tire. Either that or just got turned around.
Yeah, once Joey gets up the racetrack, watch right here. There's contact all the way off turn 4, coming through the trial. Well, Joey makes a big move. Feeling like he's in really good shape right here. Bubba Wallace to the outside. The 11 is to the back of Joey Logano. That gets him into Bubba Wallace. William Byron makes it 4 wide. Now that's when they make the contact, cut the right rear tire. Matty D could not get slowed down, and that's how quickly things happen at Daytona. Just a point of the race where you can't lift. You cannot lift right there.
Watch the 48 and how this happened.
Yeah, Jimmy sees all this going on in front of him and is trying to get out of the gas. Lifting, and Matt Kenseth up the racetrack into the side of the 48. Jimmy clips Tyler Reddick, sends him into the fence. Helpless feeling for a lot of those guys, because once you get kind of turned, you're on your way wherever you're going, into the fence or into other cars.
Coming to overtime, presented by Credit One Bank. Denny Hamlin, William Byron making up row 1.
Denny Hamlin's best friend right now is Matt DiBenedetto. I think with the position Matt's in, he'd be happy to push that 11 car to the win, but that inside line is organized, and they're going by Denny on the inside. Clint Boyer pushing that 24, Byron to the lead.
Up the racetrack, a block for the 11. Clint Boyer goes up. Here comes Christopher Bell in the 95.
Christopher Bell is racing for a win to try to get into the playoffs.
Christopher Bell, a 25-year-old, going up right now against the 22-year-old and William Byron. Those 2 leading at Daytona.
And 2 wide behind them. Not a lot of energy that's going to be generated from that. As long as they're 2 wide, now you're starting to see a little bit of a run from that top lane. That's going to move this bottom lane. Truex to the outside of Bell.
What was the number you mentioned earlier, Steve? How many times at super speedway races has Martin Truex Jr. come up a little bit short?
Car in the fence, hard.
Oh, hard. Clint Boyer in the 14 slamming into the wall.
Hold your line, hold your line, hold your line.
They've already taken the white flag. The next flag will end the race. Martin Truex Jr. out front. Now William Byron fighting on the inside for the lead and the win. They run behind him again.
Stay with your teammate.
They continue to fight.
You're clear.
Through 3 and 4. William Byron looking for his first ever win in the NASCAR Cup Series. A win, a secured spot in the playoffs. William Byron's going to win. Chase Elliott coming home in second. NASCAR has told us they wouldn't throw the caution if they thought the drivers were not in danger, if they were involved in an accident. They let them race all the way back to the checkered flag. You see the 13, Ty Dillon, hard contact. We saw the 4 of Kevin Harvick also involved. Clint Boyer was involved.
21 of Matt DiBenedetto crossed the line in 12th with a little bit of damage from some of those crashes happening in that last lap. He has a little bit of...
Right now, unofficially, the 48 of Jimmy Johnson out of the playoffs. The 21 of Matt DiBenedetto. Taylor, you can continue crying. We know you're watching at home. Matt DiBenedetto looks to have just made it into the playoffs. And there, the remnants of the 48 of Jimmy Johnson. A 7-time champion.
You better do a hell of a burnout.
William Byron, only the 2nd driver ever to win in the 24. Of course, Jeff Gordon made the number famous.
Yeah!
This checkered flag moment brought to you by Advanced Auto Parts. Chad Knaus, a 7-time champion crew chief, switched over to William Byron.
Nice work, boys.
When we talked to Chad, he mentioned there's really no comparison between the 2 drivers, because when he was with Jimmy, they were both younger. They were both kind of growing and learning the sport together. Now he has someone green who's learning the sport for the first time, and he's 7 championships into it. Look at the celebration. And the crowd's able to enjoy it here with the fireworks in the background. William Byron gets his first win in the NASCAR Cup Series.
For more great NASCAR on Fox content, subscribe to our channel. It's somewhere right around here.